Okay, we got City coming down. Made their way down the line. Let's get this. Okay. It's been real quiet past few days. Overwhelmingly peaceful. Haven't seen any law enforcement. No one's gotten arrested. The only one we haven't seen yet is Maggie. She was the one that was body slammed face first over a $340 fine. She hasn't come back yet. They're coming in, training new outreach. They're making their list comprised of everyone that's out here for the ones that want to give the information up. Some are, some aren't. The ones that are trying to get out of here, they're more than willing to, give their information up. There's April and Justin right there. So April's another stroke survivor that's out here. Their extended stay had ran out, and that's the way most of them run into, where they have probably like 8 to 10 days a month where, they have to go stay in a tent or stay in a shelter until they can get the next round for an extended stay to stay in a motel while they work on housing. She's got gastric bypass surgery coming up here soon. Rhonda's over there. We went over with Rhonda earlier. Thank you guys. It's been supporting us. We Ubered. I Ubered over there with her, and I'm gonna try to get some more. It's easier for our disabled to just get an Uber Lyft. You can bypass the crowded buses. You don't have to stand at the bus stops. A lot of crazy stuff happens when you're moving through. And for some of our elders, they just want to get their paperwork and get the stuff done. So we've got Rhonda covered. She can go apartment hunting tomorrow. She's over there sitting under the shade in the tree. She's actually got a piece of paper she can show them that she has now that has her Social Security award letter on it. There is a really there's a really good solution that's been offered on the table, but it's the city, the politics, the bureaucracy, the permitting, the threats, the code enforcement, law enforcement, and then people who need these manufactured crises just to get bigger so they have a purpose and they can expand their offices and you know. No, thank you. Got backup city workers coming in. as we mentioned before, you know, they got a really nice elementary school. It's just literally on the other side of this road down there. So I mean, and the city's planning to fence the entire area off. Goal would be to come in and, you know, somehow the resources will be made available like they've done before. It's they've done this before where they've just provided housing up front. All of a sudden it's just like, oh, there's no red tape and here we go, we're going to put you into a house. So I mean, they've already shown that they can do it whenever they want to. They've just been choosing not to do it. Now they'll come through and then you're either going to take their program, go into housing, or you're going to end up going to jail, because law enforcement in the city is going to come, and if you don't leave, then you know you're going to be arrested and you're going to have all your belongings thrown in the trash. The city's not going to they're not going to store any of your stuff. They're going to destroy it. So that's the option that they end up getting for the ones. And there are people on one side to say, well, hey, if they don't want to take their services, if they don't want the help, they don't want to refuse it, then you know, so be it. We've shown you so many cases out here where you have people with like disabilities, people with traumatic brain injuries, Lawrence Asperger's syndrome. He's got all kinds, you know, and these are documented medical cases. You have mental health is probably the one thing that everyone says, if you're going to get help, just go through mental health. Because mental health they make it so much easier to get you on as mental health. There's a lot of funding related to that. There's a lot of misdiagnosis with mental health, convincing people they have mental health illnesses when they don't. Mainly they're just struggling with addiction, has nothing really to do with mental health. Maybe they have trauma, PTSD, but they're not like mentally incapable, mentally unfit. They're not able to take care of themselves. Those things aren't true. But when you pump them full of medication and you tell them that and you say you're going to be eligible for SSDI and we'll get you on a system and you'll have food stamps, you won't have to pay rent and everything else. So they'll go through and they'll make multiple promises. The thing that was really eye-opening today was Ms. Rhonda's been telling everybody since she's come back how the city care service provider and their social workers in there could have easily just taken her down to do what we did today, to get one piece of paper. Very simple. She was shocked at how easy it was, but she doesn't have anyone to speak for her voice. People get frustrated with her. They say they don't understand her, and she gets really frustrated because she knows that, you know, and she believes they can understand her and we can. So just had to go and advocate for her and get one piece of paper. Same thing for Nettie, April, and them. I guess they're just moving on. They're handing out hamburgers and getting a list. Did you get their name? Did you give your name up for the city right there? You see them over there? They're handing out hamburgers right now and they're getting everybody's names. Yeah? All right. City's coming through right now. The volunteer section are coming through with the trash truck. Had quite a few storms, but it looks really good. It's been getting a lot better out here with the trash getting cleaned. And once again, the solution is the city has no solution. Now you can't really do what they want to do to the community and go through and just mass house everybody and say, oh, you're all getting into an apartment, you're all going to be responsible for yourselves. That's not how it's going to work. If you do that for every person in a tent out here, you're going to have so many trap houses that are spreading the problem, going across the city and causing more problems with the communities that you're housing in. Then you have people saying we don't want these homeless programs coming in because you guys aren't even screening and you're just blanketly doing everything. No, the crisis response camp model that we keep telling the city that they need to adopt, otherwise we just adopt it ourselves, you know, and we're kind of doing it by default. But that's ideal for the people who aren't ready, gives them time to transition to where they are ready. The ones that are ready, you get in right away, move all the red tape, get rid of the paperwork. I mean, we can take them down to Arizona, cross them into Mexico, and bring them back right back here, and then, you know, they're going to get everything, right? No paperwork. They'll be able to go into a nice hotel, you know, until they figure out what they're going to do with their housing. You know, find them with church sponsors across the United States, Catholic Charity Services. They got a bunch of sponsors. They can start sponsoring all the Americans that they were sponsoring for the people that were crossing down south. We're all those people that were doing all that sponsoring. So let's get all those people to start sponsoring Americans and get them off the streets. The very system that they have set up, if you force it to work, then it's going to, over time, chisel at the crisis that they're manufacturing itself, and they don't want to be functioning. How you doing, man?
Good, man.
Good. You beating the heat?
Yeah.
Good. Well, our little one. Berna took off with it.
Where's she at?
I don't know. I haven't seen her. All right. No one's getting the house today by the city, but we're going to